Let's pitch it round. Hello! It's Echo on the edge there. Okay, we're about to bail it. Boom. Well, guys, it's Nomad from Eternal Backlog. You're going to be seeing more of this from me in the virtual world. We're inside the Wii Sports Resort VR chat world that's just been updated with apparent air sports. So we're going to try some of that stuff. But I wanted to do a bit of a monologue today because supposedly we're going to be getting the Switch 2 announcement imminent this week. So finally, after all of the leaks that have happened between Christmas to now, it seems like Nintendo are actually going to finally announce the Switch 2. We've been waiting for such a long time. There's a couple of things really I wanted to think about with this. And there's two major components that I want from the Switch 2. We don't know. The one thing that hasn't been leaked and been confirmed is what is happening with the physical card slot for the Switch 2. Are Switch 1 carts going to be backwards compatible on the Switch 2? That's one of the things that hasn't leaked out of all of the information that's come out so far regarding Switch 2. As far as Nintendo are confirmed, none of the stuff that's been confirmed is true. I think we'll find out that a whole bunch of it probably is. But I'm super stoked if it happens this week. There's speculation around about the release date now. If we're getting an announcement imminent, I thought personally, and this was our prediction on the podcast, or at least my prediction on the podcast, was that we would get the hardware announcement in March. That's now coming earlier. I mean, there's no doubt about it. We saw at CES third-party manufacturers making, accessories already for the Switch 2. There were supposedly some mock-up units at CES of the Switch 2 there. And it seems like even if possibly Nintendo may have had that date, which they never confirmed, this was just speculation on my behalf, that they had to kind of front run this and go early if that was sort of a date that was true. But yeah, we could be seeing Switch just before summer. Switch 2 before summer available on sale. Now, we have had split territory releases in the past. It's going to be interesting whether that will end up being the case here or whether it's going to be global. We knew last year that one of the reasons why the Switch 2 perhaps hasn't already come out was because of component shortages, supply chain problems that had happened all post the Rona. They're now in a more stable position to guarantee supply, which we know this thing's going to sell like hotcakes anyway. But I'm really interested to see what's going to be happening with that physical card slot. Are we going to see full backwards compatibility, or is it going to be digital only backwards compatibility? Now, it's quite possible by the time this video gets published that information might have come out. I mean, things are leaking like a faulty tenor pad at this point. So who knows? But that would be preferable to me, not having to have that old. I mean, it feels so old. It runs so old. The original Switch hardware outside of the OLED is just, it feels extremely dated at this point, playing it in handheld. And some games, even running docked, are starting to really show problems. Unless they've been absolutely superb ports, some games have always ran just a little bit woeful on the original Switch. Never got a chance to check out the OLED model, to be honest with you, but a lot of people were excited by that, the crispy visuals. But I do have an OLED handheld in the Steam Deck OLED. Now, before I go on with any further thoughts, I'm going to take the mirror off here because I just want to try this out. I don't know what the situation is going to be. They supposedly added air sports. I'm not 100% sure how this is going to happen, but I saw this Wii Sports Resort land recreated in VR chat whilst they were still working on it, and there was nothing to really do. And I was like, oh, it's kind of cool they've done this, but there was nothing to do. Supposedly, you can now do some things in this, so I'm going to check that out very briefly. Let's take the personal mirror off. We don't need the camera on. Let's take the personal mirror off. Let's see if we can do something here. Do we get inside this plane? Yes, we do. Okay. Here we go. Yes, we've done it. Oh, gosh. We're up in the air. We're up in the... Oh, my goodness me. We've just absolutely nerfed it. Okay. We've absolutely sliced and diced that. We might have to reload into the world and give that another go. Go again. Let's try this out. Oh. Okay. We're running. We're up in the air. Fantastic. We're in the air here. Oh, yeah. We're in the air. I don't know how long we're to keep it alive for, but we've got it up and running, and we are descending. And this feels fantastic. We're going upside down. You can feel that vertigo. Holy cow. Oh, that's pretty nice. It's flaring, and I think we're going to bail it again. This is going to require some extreme skill, but anyway, that was pretty fun. So I'm super excited for the Switch 2. Are we going to get this week? I don't know. One of the things that I'm really hoping for is, if you look at the current Switch versus the latest lines of mobile, the Switch still, pound for pound performance, feels like some of the best games on the Switch, actually, despite technically the inferior hardware on the internals, Nintendo are doing something different to the way other platforms or these mobile phone providers are producing games, or the developers are producing the games for mobile, where because they're not fixed, developers aren't producing as good results than creating a Switch port where they don't need to think about the multitude of compatibilities. And that's what we're going to see. The Switch 2, no doubt, is going to surpass whatever's currently good on the latest iPhone, for instance, and obviously Android devices. I would be very disappointed if they come in below that. A lot of people have been speculating, well, where is this hardware range for Switch 2? And it feels like it's going to be a PS4 with some type of added AI, maybe some NVIDIA stuff woven in, possibly, to produce better than PS4 graphics on this. But in terms of baseline, people should be looking around about PS4, very pretty, pushing to the limit of what the PS4 was in terms of graphical fidelity, but not as much as a PS4 Pro. So if that's what we're going to get, I'd be super happy with that. Another speculation piece, especially the guys at Digital Foundry have been saying, look, if this is what the architecture is, we could expect a flurry of PS4 game ports finding a second wind on the Switch 2. So it could be a real nice way to go back on that PS4 roster that nobody really had a chance to play, and to play it on a fresh system, and presumably the best version of those games that have not had what I call the PS5 up remaster treatment done to it. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm still thinking, well, what are they going to do with the UX? Again, some of the stuff that I've seen online is that the vibe is that Nintendo are going to allow a little bit more customization when it comes to the UX front on this. Whether it will be launch, I'm not 100% sure. And then when you look at the server test, Nintendo did a secret server test not too long ago, which alluded to possibly some type of... Well, one person, some people thought it was... Are they playing around with something within the territories of something Nintendo's take on, either something like Minecraft or Roblox, or something that is exclusive to the Nintendo Switch Online, or whether what Shady Armick said was, this looks like classic network architecture stress test. Is this what it's about? Stress testing that network architecture. And look, when it comes down to brass tacks, you look across Xbox, PlayStation, and Switch, Nintendo Online, as they've always lacked that pizzazz when it comes to the online side of things. Are they going to keep the Nintendo friend code? Are they going to introduce a new vanity handle that makes it a lot easier for people to add friends on Switch? Because quite frankly, this friend code system sucks. But yes, like I say, in a nutshell, in a summary, has to be above what is achievable on current mobile gaming in terms of mobile phones. Is it going to come in more powered than a Steam Deck OLED? Probably not. But the big red flag is, what can Nintendo do around battery life on this? One of the biggest criticisms of the original Switch was the battery life on this thing in handheld. It doesn't look like there's going to be beefy battery space on this. So are they going to do it similar to the original Switch, where performance is downgraded somewhat in handheld and then massively pushed upwards when it's docked? Are they going to play around with resolution to combat some of the battery side of things? We've got to have a much better battery life than the original Switch. It just has to be. It just wasn't good enough on the original. Switch 2 hopefully can make bigger improvements in that space, but we'll see. Let's just wait for the announcement. Super looking forward to it. Supposedly, launch categories could include the new Assassin's Creed game from Ubisoft. I say new Assassin's Creed game. Mirage, I believe, is what was said. But most importantly, a new Mario Kart. And very much looking forward to that if it happens. And hopefully they're not going to recycle a whole bunch of old maps. I want to see full, fresh maps. I want to see new, innovative ways to play Mario Kart. I wouldn't even mind a return back to some of the older tropes of a Mario Kart game, like Mario Kart 64, where there was just these little things that you can do that made the game a little bit more difficult, whereas the latest Mario Kart that's currently out on the Switch, it felt like it was hand-holding a little bit too much. There's so much they could do with the Mario Kart series. I don't even think they've even touched the surface. I want to see something that is a big quantum leap for the series instead of playing it safe. Anyway, that's enough from me. Well, no, it's not enough from me. We're going to have another go at flying this plane before we go. Got a better idea of the controls now. I said we've got a better idea of the controls. I'm not 100% sure we have. Nope. Oh, we've sliced and diced this, have we? Oh, we're up in the air. We're actually stayed up in the air again. But how long can we keep this going for? That's the million-dollar question. It looks like we're going to be ploughing into the wind farms this time. Can we avoid... Oh, we've made it through. Oh, my word. Let's see if we can take a little go around here. Can we get anywhere near that hot air balloon? God, the moment you tilt that forward, just even the slightest bit, it don't like it one iota. We're turning around here. Can we get towards the volcano? Oh, we're spinning out. Oh, no, this is not looking good. Oh, no. No, stay up in the air. I've just noticed there's another island over there. We're going to go see if we can visit that other island. I believe that might be the golf course, if memory serves correct. Could be wrong. Let's see if we can get over there, at least. And and have a little switz. Oh, come on, keep it together. Keep it together. We're doing okay. I don't want to move that thing forward too much because it's very temperamental. You only need to touch it slightly. Okay, that was the golf course. I was correct. Look at it. It's over there. Beautiful top of the building. Let's lift this baby up. Oh, it's not allowing us to lift it up. Oh, why isn't it not lifting up? Oh, we've just... Well, we must have found the edge of the map. We're heading back, but for some reason... I didn't have the acceleration up. No wonder why I wasn't going up into the air. But here we go. I think that might be Echo, who was in the map very briefly there. Either way, this is very interesting. Once you've got the plane up and running here, can we keep it going? That is the big question. We need to make sure we get around that volcano and take a little tilt turn, and hopefully we can keep the thing running. Oh, we have... Oh, no. Can we get over this side? Yes, we've kept it in the air. I think we're getting the controls of this thing now, which is fantastic. Whether I can land the thing is another question. Let's pitch it round. Hello! It's Echo on the edge there. Okay, we're about to bail it. Boom. Okay, so I'm going to take a wrap there, and I shall see you guys next time. Bye-bye.